This morning, we have a look at the numbers from the KSN Emerson College and the Hill poll. We're going to first start with independent candidate Dennis Pyle. You can see right now he has about 4.5%. Salina police booked 3 teens into juvenile detention. They say one of them fired a gun towards Salina South High School.
Basically changing my password, all I do is just add a number to it.
Oh, well, there you go. Just keep trying until you get all those numbers.
Probably shouldn't have said that. Meteorologist Ronell Williams has your forecast coming up next.
Hey, Eddie, what's your mom's maiden name? Alexis, good morning. We are, however, I have to remind myself, people are waking up. People are trying to just enjoy their breakfast. I keep poking my head around trying to talk to people, so I'm here at this table right now. Yeah, one woman says all of that happened to her. KSN's Alexis Padilla learned that this is actually common in the current housing market. Beautiful and clear right now. So that's not been the case all across Wichita. But again, he's eastbound Kellogg right now. And at least in this particular area, even some of the slick roads we've seen in other places, we're not seeing that necessarily as much here. The franchise operator of 3 Kansas Sonics is fined almost $42,000 after the government says they violated child labor laws. Over the last few days, they've lost between 40 and 50 poll workers. That could be doctor's appointments, illnesses coming up. However, they say they hired about 200 people since August. They feel like they're in much better shape since then. All 105 counties across Kansas are in some form of drought. Now, these 67 right here in red that you see, these mean that they're in extreme status conditions. 5:24, Peculiar People Day. I know a couple peculiar people.
I can, yeah. You can spot some sometimes, so yeah, just be on the lookout, I guess. Today is the day to keep your...
I always try to look around the country to see what everyone else is dealing with because it reminds me how lucky we are here. Trial of a man accused of kidnapping a woman, her children, and shooting a toddler is postponed.
I was telling you, we bought our parents an iPad because it kind of goes along with our products and we can FaceTime, but that's, you know, pretty good, especially for like a stocking stuffer.
$100 stocking stuffer? The Randalls go all out at Christmas, and I'm coming over this year. People across the country are honoring Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. today, many recognizing his achievements during the civil rights movement. The holiday, first recognized in 1983, it is the only federal holiday designated as a National Day of Service. In Wichita, Habitat for Humanity is celebrating Dr. King by hosting their MLK Day of Service. Today, 200 people will gather at Century 2, helping to build walls for 3 Wichita Habitat for Humanity homes. The goal is to honor Dr. King's life and legacy by helping others. Habitat for Humanity hopes to serve 16 families this year. People can register to volunteer at the Wichita Habitat for Humanity website. Other events happening today at 8 a.m. An awards breakfast is highlighting both Dr. King and local heroes at Wichita State. At noon, the annual worship celebration is at Wichita State's Metroplex. Southwestern College will also be hosting events for students, staff, and faculty. President Biden becomes the first sitting president to deliver remarks at the famed Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta. This is the home church for Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. During remarks, Biden pleaded for Americans to use Dr. King's legacy as a lesson in repairing division. The president is expected to hold a meeting today with civil rights advocate Al Sharpton and the National Action Network in D.C. Tracking changes. Ronell, we'll check back in with you in a few minutes. Thank you. Spiro Aerosystems Apprenticeship Program has new graduates. The program gives people hands-on learning experience as they train to become electricians or mechanics in the aerospace industry. KSN's Dejiana Wilson has a closer look at the program. Dejiana Wilson reporting anyone interested can apply for the program. Applications open in March and that program begins in September. At least 3 people are dead after several shootings in Rockford, Illinois. Police say the shootings happened Sunday night in the southeast part of the city, about 1 mile apart from each other. 2 people arrived to local hospitals with serious gunshot wounds. Police believe all individuals involved know each other. A suspect has not been identified. A new study from the University of Missouri finds gun violence involving children increased during the pandemic. The monthly injury rate increased nearly 52%. Firearm deaths of children also seeing a rise of 29%. The group Moms Demand Action says there are several factors that could have caused this jump. Shehad's parents should keep weapons away from ammunition and use gun locks. A near collision of 2 planes on a runway at New York's JFK Airport. One plane prepared to take off, the other comes dangerously close, and the whole thing playing out in dramatic radio traffic. NBC's Kathy Park spoke with one of the passengers who describes the harrowing moments. Just a wild story coming from that. Still to come on Kansas Today Early Edition, journaling apps that ask thought-provoking questions, track your daily habits, and allow you to add pictures. That's next in today's Tech Smart. Companies are understaffed. Hiring candidates who bring different strengths can be an untapped resource. Photojournalist Nick Kiefer and I share how Starkey's Employment Match program is helping their clients and employers find the right fit. One team shares with us the impact this has on the culture.
All right, here you go, Brandon.
Coworkers can impact our entire day.
At Prost, we really are kind of a family restaurant.
A sentiment holding true for AJ and Brandon. Who are some of your friends here?
I'm looking at one right now, AJ.
AJ is Brandon's boss.
We're good friends. We don't work as much as we have fun and goof around.
Twice a week, Brandon shows up, ready to work.
He's a phenomenal worker. I mean, as all jokes aside and all fun aside.
Success, ensured by Starkey with the help of job coaches.
Okay.
They go with them to actually learn the expectations of the job and support that person in their new role.
A dream into reality for families.
Some of them say, we never thought this was possible. And here he or she is, and they're thriving, and they are earning money and more independent.
It's a great program to be able to explore new revenues with other people that you really wouldn't imagine. And it pays off very well.
A reward for everyone when the culture at work looks like this. And businesses not sure if someone from Starkey would be a good fit can still support by being an assessment site, and that's where clients can come in and try out a job and get a better idea of where they might be a best fit and where they'd like to work. The Nutcracker is a holiday tradition bringing a winter wonderland to life. Ballet Wichita is sharing the classic performance with people and introducing some to the arts for the first time.
3, hold 4, 5.
Before visions of sugar plum fairies.
I just need you to breathe through and bring that moment to life.
Behind the magic
Tendu 5th, single pirouette, tombe pas de bras, chassé.
is the technical work.
This is 9 counts, so 3 into your curtsy.
Down to the step for these dancers.
Hundreds and hundreds of hours go into it, but we love it.
Performer and company manager Katie Andersack first came to Ballet Wichita 17 years ago.
It gives you an escape, and it gives you a chance to kind of be a kid again and be imaginative.
And demi-plie.
A takeaway not just for the dancers.
The arts provide so much to both the audience and those that participate.
Pirouette.
The nonprofit pulls back the curtain and brings live performance art to schools.
Plant the seeds of discipline, plant the seeds of what it means to transcend a moment. And if you can create that, the kids will fall in love with the arts. And run. You gotta feel the magic.
Artistic expression.
Painters and scenic designers and lighting designers
blended together to create the Christmas classic.
Smile, I see it, I see it.
So many kids find so much value in dancing, and so being able to give anybody in the community multiple opportunities to be a part of that, I think, is really important.
Taking grit mixed with magic for a memorable moment. The impact of the pandemic has been widespread, leaving people with financial burdens and grieving the loss of loved ones. Photojournalist Nick Kiefer and I spoke with one woman who says a Sedgwick County program is giving her a sense of peace for the first time in years. Nestled between the trees,
I really can't imagine leaving this place.
Lois Emberson is sharing her story with hope.
If we can reach as many people, and if they could be blessed like I am, that would just, it's such a relief to me. I can't imagine people that have it worse than me.
She's crying happy tears because this is all gifted to her.
I did not plant any of these trees. God gave those to me.
For 40 years, Lois shared this home with her husband, Clayton.
My husband, before he passed away, had it sided and put all new windows in the house and new guttering. So the house was pretty fixed up. That's about the only thing I had was back taxes to pay.
That's when another gift came her way.
These people came to the Clearwater Library and left these little cards, Recovery Connect, Recover from the Pandemic Together.
education, housing, childcare. Just some of the pandemic-related issues the program is helping people with.
This is a really important resource to help connect people to funding and help that is already available. So even if it wasn't you personally, the odds are you know somebody and can pass that information along. Lois is getting 4 years of back taxes paid in full.
I wasn't expecting to pay everything. I expected maybe the last year. So to get me out of trouble is what I was asking for. And so I was totally surprised, overwhelmed.
A new start in a familiar place, rooting future generations.
I'm glad I get to stay in my home. I'd like to stay another 40 if I could.